Hello everyone. Thank you for inviting me to be part of this important event today. I begin by acknowledging that I am joining you from Gadigal land in Sydney. I recognise that we are all on unceded Aboriginal land today, and I pay my respects to elders past and present and to all First Nations people joining this event. I'd like to thank Hope and Heal, Lou's Place and the New South Wales Vigil Collective for organising this annual vigil to mourn the lives that have tragically been cut short by domestic and family violence. I'm deeply grateful for the opportunity to speak to you today and for your unshakable commitment to addressing this scourge. Once again, this year, we are reflecting on the horrific toll of domestic and family violence. When we came together last year to mourn the lives taken by this scourge, we could not have anticipated how difficult 2024 would be. We did not imagine that we would be confronted by an increase in the number of women murdered at the hands of intimate partners or family members. We know that these women are not simply statistics. Every single one of these lives lost, taken, is a tragedy. Every single victim had hopes and dreams that are now shattered, and family and friends who are now overwhelmed with grief. I pay tribute to each of these women, and I express my deep condolences to their loved ones. As we mourn these lost lives and the trauma experienced by those left behind, I'd also like to express my solidarity with those who continue to live with domestic and family violence today. We know that domestic and family violence affects people in all walks of life, all suburbs and towns, all professions, all demographics. It does not discriminate. I want you to know that wherever you are, wherever you live, you are not alone. You are not forgotten. Support is available, and I encourage you to reach out and get the help you need and you deserve. I also want to recognise that this vigil marks the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. Since we commemorated this day last year, I've had the privilege of speaking to many victim survivors of domestic and family violence to hear their stories. I've also spoken to many frontline workers and heard about the tireless work that's being done every single day, not only to support victim survivors, but also to prevent this violence from occurring in the future. I am determined to use my role as Women's Safety Commissioner to make progress on this issue. And I want to emphasise that the stories I hear from victim survivors, from members of the community, and from frontline workers, they really underpin all my efforts in this role. I also believe that these stories are increasingly being heard and understood across the community. As tragic as this year has been, we have also seen an unprecedented outpouring of community outrage about domestic and family violence. While so much more remains to be done, we have seen some important steps taken to address this issue. Now we must maintain the momentum and the pressure to continue pushing for action in the coming months and years. To everyone who's been involved in addressing domestic and family violence, thank you. I call on all of us to reflect on how we can continue to build networks of support and healing for those affected by violence across the community, to raise awareness and to work towards the prevention of violence for future generations. Thank you.